Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Christine and today's topic will be why I locked my natural hair. So the first reason I locked my natural hair is because of time. Look at the light, it looks like I've got like green pupils. Anyway, let me not get distracted. So yeah, because of time, I'm a really committed natural. I don't know if you guys have ever seen that Instagram video about different types of naturals. A lot of my friends sent me that video and they were like, you are the herbs and berries natural. You are that natural that works in overtime. And yes, I had to admit that definitely was me. But even I was starting to get tired of all the work that came with my loose natural hair, and especially when it was getting longer as well. I was just thinking, oh wow, so the longer you get, the more complicated all of this is gonna be. And I was just like, rah. And the thing is, yeah, I don't know if natural hair is supposed to necessarily consistently be loose. And I think a lot of people will agree. That's why we twist our hair. That's why we have our hair in protective styles. Even if you look at people in Africa, women and men in Africa, they traditionally did not walk around with afros. They had their traditional styles, their traditional braiding patterns that meant they were from certain tribes. So I think it's really cool that with the natural hair movement, we've discovered ourselves, we've learned how to take better care of our hair. So the second reason I decided to lock my hair was to be what I wanted to see. So there's 2 points to this point. The first point is that I find guys with looks really attractive, but I never really considered actually locking my hair until really recently. And it's almost, it's a big topic in itself, but I feel like at times girls can want their other half to be things that they're not. And equally guys do this as well with their other half. You know, the whole idea of like, you complete me. I know this is a conversation about looks, but it can go deeper. So it was really, I don't even know how to describe it, but it has been a really liberating experience to lock my hair and to have what I find attractive on me myself, if that makes sense. Yeah, that took a lot longer to explain, but hey. Then the second point within this point is representation in the workforce. So at my workplace, there are a handful of people with locks, but just even seeing that in itself was really inspiring because these people had very prominent, and still do, they still work there, they have prominent positions in that field. And I also wanted to contribute to that, to contribute to the idea that black hair can be professional, especially locks. I feel like a lot has been done for loose natural hair to look professional, but there is also always a temptation to to shape it to look European, but locks it does have a very ethnic look, let's not lie about that. So it's been interesting going to work with my starter locks and just navigating my workplace, and also like kind of dispelling assumptions that people have about locks. They can see that my hair is clean, they can see that my hair smells nice, you know, and yeah, that has been a really cool experience. So the third reason as to why I decided to lock my natural hair was because it was a natural progression. So I'd say I was around 7 years natural when I decided to lock my natural hair. And within that time, let's say 3 to 4 years in that time, I had stopped using combs and rarely used brushes. And I was just finger detangling. So to have gotten into a routine where I stopped using combs on my hair I started to kind of appreciate my curls more. I would take my time to like, you know, separate them. And then I just started thinking like the concept of like combing my curls was quite bizarre. And I was just thinking, I wonder where that concept came from. Obviously I know we have Afro picks and our combs, like wide tooth combs that are very popular in the black community, but just going back to when I was younger, I used to comb my hair with the idea to have my hair like look straight. Obviously I knew my hair wasn't gonna go flat, but just the idea to kind of smooth out those curls, and my perception of that has now changed. So it was really a natural progression to now think, I don't want to comb my hair, I don't want to manipulate my hair too much. So the fourth reason as to why I decided to lock my natural hair is because I think it suits me. Yeah. And to elaborate on that point a little bit more, is that I've always done protective hairstyles, and especially at university, there was the trend of faux locks. I know probably it started before that, but for me specifically, I came across the trend of faux locks and I started to do it on myself, and then I even did it on a few university friends. And I've always liked twists and locks, and I just knew it suited me. And prior to locking my hair, I had a bit of a stint in wearing protective styles back to back of kinky twists, and I was just like, look, why am I faking it? Let me just be the real thing. And I did it. And finally, the fifth reason as to why I decided to lock my natural hair was because I thought, why wait? I watched a video when I was researching locks and considering it, where a woman was saying, look, like, especially if you're doing 2-strand twists to start off with, and even coils, just do it and keep it for a few months. Like, people do that with mini twists anyway, right? Or just twists in general. Keep the hair for a bit as a protective style. If you like it, just don't take it out. And that way you would have started the journey already, as opposed to have not done anything at all, and then 6 months down the line be like, dang, I wish I started it 6 months ago, because now I would have been fully into my journey. So I thought that was some great advice, and I just went for it. And the funniest thing is, my mum does hair so small, so when my mum helped me to do my 2-strand twists, she did it so tiny, I had no choice but to go forward. So yeah, just some advice to anyone who's watching and considering whether or not they should lock their hair is go for it. See it as a protective style, and if you don't like it, you can always revisit the idea later on. So guys, thank you so much for making it to the end of this video. Please comment, like and subscribe, and make sure to share this video with anyone that you feel would enjoy this content. See you later, bye. So yeah, before you get into this video, please comment. How can they comment?